The purpose of us getting together is just to go through the orientation so that you guys can see what you need to see, ask whatever you need to ask, get a little bit of background about me as well as your other mentors, and understand how your program is going to be laid out. In case you don't know, I am a teacher in real life. I am a certified classroom teacher. So that already should put you at ease. I know how to break information down and build it back in a very organized and succinct way. I understand different learning styles. So I have different teaching styles that will appeal to various learning styles. And just to be very transparent, we have people that are on our team that have had strokes, that are dyslexic, that have learning challenges, and they're able to go into the market and analyze it and see blue. I think that's very, very important. I do have 2 master's degrees, so I understand the pedagogy of teaching. I also know how to delegate. So with that comes our other mentors. I will be your basics instructor, Miss Asia Danielle. She was a previous mentee of mine and just went through the roof with the amount of knowledge she gained and just started just inundating herself with so much information. And when we decided to do the private mentorship, it was only natural that we were like, Asia, you got to be the intermediate teacher. And then rounding out the end will be your advanced instructor, who was my mentor. This guy took me where I couldn't tell up from down, left from right, candles from, I didn't know anything. And I had been fumbling for years trying to figure it out, maybe about a year and a half. And came under his mentorship, and light bulbs just started going off. All 3 of us have a teaching gift. I'm a classroom teacher. Asia is a homeschool teacher, and Busy just has a teaching gift out of this world. So together we make up the collective within the Trade Masters family. Every now and again, you'll see me be very, very dramatic. And that's the theater arts that comes out inside of me. I'm a social studies teacher as well as a theater arts teacher. And sometimes you just don't know which one will show up. Alrighty. So you have expectations as you go through this program. Number one, we need you to be committed for the 12 weeks. We know that life happens, things come up. You may not be able to make every single session, but I will ask that you prioritize these sessions. Don't go to the movies and skip your session. The movies will be there. Just try your best to be there for these 12 weeks and plug in. There's going to be a lot of information covered. Now, it's going to be laid out nicely, but I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of information to cover. And I've had people decide, I had a vacation, or we decided to go here, there, and they missed a week, and it threw them completely off. Because you need, the way this program is prescribed has been very, very thoughtful. So you need to follow it the way that it is mapped out. There is a schedule in your Discord. I will show you that schedule in just a second. It shows you the days and times that we meet for our live sessions, as well as our live trading sessions. Please know that you will have homework. You will be expected to mark up your charts and turn them in on time. If we meet on Monday, the homework chat will lock Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And that is because I know sometimes we struggle from procrastination, but if there is a deadline that we cannot miss, we're more likely to get that homework in. Plus, it allows me the time to really sit and go through all of your charts and give you the proper feedback that you need to get so that you can go back and correct whatever may not have been correct. You will have a trading plan that you will get week 3, and you are expected to be in your demo account week 3. No excuses. You should be there. So with that being said, you should have your TradingView account set up. There is a video in Discord that walks you through how to set it up. There's also a video in Discord right underneath it that gives you the ins and outs of TradingView. Please take a look at those 2 things. You should also have your MT4, your MetaTrader 4, we call it an MT4, set up. so that you can have it connected to a broker. Those are two different things. You want it set up and connected to a broker. If you do not have it connected to a broker and you just download the app, you will not be able to place a trade. So there is a video that has your MT4 setup information there. Please look at it in its entirety because it goes through downloading, it goes through broker connection, and it tells you how to take a trade. The next thing, we definitely need you to be a note taker. If you don't have a notebook, please go get one. I recommend at least a 3-subject notebook so that you have information for beginners, a section for intermediate, and a section for advanced. I am a visual person. And so for me, when I really started learning, I turned my words into pictures. I had both, mind you. I diagrammed everything. I color coded what I needed to color code. I put things in my own words and be very quick to go back and expound on your notes because we know that information can be fleeting. So don't wait. When you're on session, you should have a private session after our session, which means if I'm talking about a concept and I've shown you and I've given examples and I've done this and the other, I've asked these questions, you may not be able to write down every single thing you need, but you still have that window of opportunity where your memory will serve you. So let it serve you by going back and writing down what you need to write down, drawing what you need to draw. If you saw my beginners stuff when I first started, it looked like a 3rd grader because I honestly was using markers and crayons to shade in and tell me what I needed to know. When we are on our Zoom calls and all of our sessions are taught live on Zoom in real time, we ask that you are totally 100% present. That means body as well as mind, as well as intellect. Please don't let us come on because we're going to be giving from our hearts. Please don't let us pour out this information and then we hear, could you repeat that? I was cooking dinner. Could you repeat that? I was washing my hair. I stepped out to walk the dog. And please be present. Now, we do understand that some of us are cheating time. We're borrowing time from other places where we may have people that are, I'm just getting off work, or I had to take my mom to the grocery store, so I'm sitting in the car while I'm listening to this. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people doing something else when they could be 100% in. Please make sure that your Zoom name is registered under the name that your invoice is under. Please make sure that when you log on, if possible, that you're on your PC or laptop. It just makes transferring information for you that much easier. Your phone interface is not going to operate the same as your laptop or your PC. You will eventually learn how to operate both, but when you're first learning, it's just much easier to do it on your computer. Also, be prepared to share your screen, not necessarily turn your camera on, but be prepared to share your screen at all times because there may be a day where I'm like, Christina, can you show me what you're talking about? I'm not understanding. And if you say, I can't, I'm on my phone, or I can't, it's just like, okay, I can't help you. So I need you guys to be able to share and talk about what you need to talk about. Now, you will have artifacts that you will be responsible for as you go through your 12 weeks. We've already discussed your chart markups. You will start marking up charts week 1. Monday is when class starts. Monday night, homework is due. Again, the homework chat will lock the next day, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. At some point, you will have a report card because I will say this, and I'm going to stand on this. If you are not successful in this program, it will not be my fault. I promise you, it will not be my fault. We take our time and dedicate so much to you guys that it will have to be your fault if you don't make it, because you're gonna learn. We do everything but unzip your head, open it up, and pour the knowledge in. So You do your part, we do our part, you will get this. There will be a trading plan that we are going to go through. All of the weeks that we are going through basics is actually a trading plan. So each concept is a bullet point of your trading plan. So as we're going through, we're telling you step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Step 1 has a process. Those are your notes. Step 2 has a process, but you're doing step 2. That will make up your trading plan. Another reason that our students are very, very successful is because we use a sandwich approach. What do I mean? A sandwich approach. We have 3 layers, basically, kind of 4. You preview a previously recorded lesson, and you learn as much as you can from that recording. You go and you try to apply the concept taught on that session. Then you come to class. We prefer that you don't do this the same day because you need to give yourself time to process. So after you've gone through the preview and you've tried to implement the information on that session, then you come to a live session where I'm going to teach that concept. Now you have a conversation to bring to the table. Now you know what you don't understand. You know what didn't stick. You know what you don't know. So that opens up a whole world for you to learn. So bring your questions and your understanding or lack thereof to class. Once we teach it live, you're going to go and do homework, and then you're going to buffer that, or you're going to round that out with a different recording of the same concept. So preview, live, review. And that is what makes our Trade Masters program work as well as it does, aside from all of the other things we do. And week 3 to 4, you are posting your trades. Good, bad, or ugly, you are posting your trades, because you can say you understand something all day long, but if you don't have the data to prove it, then you don't know if you truly understand it. Your trades are your data. And we need to see, do you have it? Yes. Do you not have it? Let's have a meeting of the minds and figure out why. If you are not getting it by week 3, you're not like, Charmin, I've attended every class. I've done my markups. I've looked at every video in the library and something's not working. Then you need to call me. Let's schedule a one-on-one. Because sometimes, and I don't know why, if I'm just on the call with somebody, they're like, okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. And I'm like, I said the same thing Thursday. I said the same thing Wednesday. But if that's what works, that's what works. And at some point, you are going to give me a report card and tell me how good I am or how much I kick rocks. And then I go back and I revamp things as we go. There are things that I have in here that I did not start off with just because the students said, we need this. And I said, okay, let's do this to make this better. So you do have a voice. Speaking of voices, please make sure when you are speaking within the community that you are keeping your conversations at a PG-13. Not too, not too left field, not all the way to the right, just as my father would say, fairly middling, right? We don't want to offend anybody. We want to keep everything positive and upbeat. If there are concerns, your mentors are always accessible. Just send us a direct message. Tell us what's on your mind, and let's have a conversation about it. These last 2 things are equally important to me. Please be curious. Ask the questions. Ask the questions. Don't come to class with the mindset of, I don't want to sound dumb. Don't come to class with, I don't want people to know I don't know. We're all in basics together. We're all covering the same material. Your curiosity and your courageousness might actually bless somebody that didn't even know they didn't know. Like, you might ask a question and somebody else is like, wow, that is a good question. I didn't even think to ask that. But if you know you don't know something, please ask it. With this caveat, if you have a question and we're not on session, I implore you to go and research that yourself. Don't wait for me or Asia or your advanced educators to tell you every single thing. You can go and you can seek out information, but if we're on a call together, by all means ask. Now, I might answer your question with a question because I want to train you all to think for yourselves, because this is not a mentorship that is designed to keep you dependent. You guys are going to be independent traders. And when you get to those charts after your 12 weeks, if you decide you're going to leave us, I need you to be able to do this without the training wheels. So when we are in session together, I need you guys, if you are going to turn on your camera, to be camera ready. What that means is we ask that you're not eating on session. We ask that you're not laying in the bed or across the couch. You can sit on the couch, of course, that's fine, but we should not see you lying across the bed in your PJs or your tidy whities. If you are not groomed properly, please, we ask that you just don't turn your camera on. And what I mean by that, if you're in bonnets and skull caps and, you got toothpicks and toothbrushes and, you're just don't turn your camera on. It's just that simple. If your background is not neat and tidy, don't turn your camera on. So with that being said, we're very laid back, very family oriented, but we want to make sure that we are putting a foot forward that everybody, that's palatable for everybody. We do ask that you refrain from smoking on camera. Excessive profanity, please refrain from that when you're on session with me. And if you have excessive background noise, we ask that you please keep your camera muted. However, you have a question and your baby is yelling and you need to get this question out, you can type it in the chat or just quickly unmute, ask your question, and then mute back, because we don't want to disturb anybody else's learning environment. Now, Discord ins and outs. Please make sure that you set your alarm for your class time so that you don't forget. Put them on your phone, put them on your computer, wherever you put your alarms. Please set your alarms for your classes, and please put your notifications on so that if there is a trade alert or if there is a pop-up, because we do pop-up classes. Aside from the regular schedule, we do have pop-ups every now and then. So we ask that you please turn your notifications on so that you don't miss anything. Your homework chat is where you're going to drop your artifacts in Discord. Now, with that being said, you guys are going to get a separate or an additional Discord link that is going to put you into the collective chat here. So right now, everybody is in this newbies Discord. This is where your preliminary information is. So everybody should have already gone through the expectations of what I just covered. If your Zoom name has not been changed to the proper format, we ask that you do that. Please do not put your last name. If anybody ever comes and messages you and asks you for money, that's not us. Once your tuition is paid, your tuition is paid. If somebody has a white name, they do not belong to the Trade Masters, so proceed with caution. So you guys, again, should have gone through here. Your program schedule is laid out for you. I teach on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Everything is in Eastern Standard, guys. Once you get to intermediate, and you won't have access to Asia until week 5 if you're comfortable with the information from basics. You won't have access to busy until week 9, only if you're comfortable with the information from intermediate. So we're very, very careful not to give you information overload, but we let you go as fast as you can. So there is no, you can always study ahead if you can handle it. So this is the breakdown of what you will learn throughout your 12 weeks. You're going to learn everything you need to know, honestly, in basics: your entry, your stop loss, and your take profit. You're going to get your trading plan. Intermediate, you're going to start studying your candle patterns in basics, but you're really going to go hard with your candlestick patterns once you get to intermediate, along with harmonics. You're going to learn how to trail your stop loss so you can extend the life of your trade safely. You're going to look at stacking your trade. You're going to take a look at risk management. Excuse me. So those things are covered once you get to intermediate. Once you get to advanced, we're looking at order blocks and quarter point theories. You're looking at institutional levels. You're going to be talking about a compounding plan, Elliott waves, and then you're going to get coaching through your funded challenge throughout. And we'll talk about your funded challenge right about week 4 as you're moving from basics to intermediate. I know this is probably a lot of information to throw at you guys, but you can go back and take a look at the recording of this. So you should have gone through a must-haves checklist. Your setups should be done. All of your videos for your setups are over to the side here where it says setups and how-tos. So you should be going through those and getting those set up. If you just came on board within the last day or so, I'm going to modify this bullet point where it says complete all tutorials for weeks, all 4 tutorials for weeks 1 through 4. I'm going to ask you just to concentrate on weeks 1 and 2. That will really get you what you need coming to the table on Monday. Okay. And attend the orientation, which you are doing now. If you don't know about Discord, you've got Discord tutorials that I pulled. If you don't know what Forex, if you're day 1 and you're like, okay, I know I want to learn it. Honestly, Charmer, like, what are we learning? Like, how does this work? This is the video that you want to look at that explains what Forex is and tips when choosing a broker. If you don't understand what pips, lots, and spreads are, this is a video for you. And it is a lengthy video. I probably need to do another one, but I'm going to just condense it really, really quick for you. A pip is a unit of measurement, just like a mile is, or a liter, or a quart, or a centimeter. It's how you measure something. The measurements of the market are done in pips. They're more or less steps in the market, but these steps are so gargantuan that they have to tell them to us in percentages. Just like dollars have percentages, quarters, that's 25% of a dollar, right? 50%, 50 cent, 50%, right? Well, the market has percentages too, and we call them pips. But the easiest way to understand a pip is just a step, a step, a step, a step in the market. We make our money when we project that the pips are going in the right direction. And how much money we make is based off of our investment size, which is called our lot. So if I move 10 pips and I had a lot size of $1, that is, for this example, $10. But technically it's not, because you have to pay your broker to trade off top, which is your spread. So this talks about how to calculate your spread, how to understand your lots. There are 3 categories of lots, and that's within the video, and then pips are in there, okay? This video is really quick and easy. It's talking about types of traders, best times to trade, and just encouraging you to follow a trading plan. Now, this is where the meat and potatoes are. There is 1 video for each week. So each one of these has a video. I only put 1 in there because it's the preliminary. However, when you go over to your collective and you come down under my name here, where's my name? I went too fast. When you go to week 1 under my name, now you have several videos that are in week 1. And this is that sandwich approach that I was telling you about. So you should be looking at week 1, going with me live, then following up with, this video. And then you have, 3 to follow up. This one is probably the best one. It's the last one. It's the latest one that I did. So this one will probably be the best one. Okay. Now, with that being said, there is a prescribed way that we go through the program. So each week has a prescribed, something prescribed that you should be doing. So again, this is how you're looking at this. And so that Sunday, guess what? You're already looking at week 3 information. I promise you guys this, your time in basics is going to fly by. You're going to look up and be like, wait, that was a whole month? Wow. because we really get it in. Now, I used to do Saturday classes, and so I would record those. So there are some Saturday classes that were just good classes that I put up here. So please, by all means, some are redundant. For example, the TradingView setup. Please make sure your TradingView is set up before Monday. It is a step-by-step walkthrough. One of the main things that I get is people saying, I don't know how to submit my homework. That how-to is within this video, but I'm going to go over it with you now. So when you go to your chart and you want to mark up your chart and you're like, okay, this is what I'm looking at, blah, blah, blah. If you go up here, after you've put in all of your times and all of this good stuff, if you go up here next to publish, and if you don't see it, just click next to it. There's a little arrow that will come out. Click the camera, take a snapshot, click it. When you click it, go to the second option that says copy chart image. Click it. You have to click it. You're going to go back to your Discord. You're going to go to your homework and chat channel. This is where you're going to submit all of your homework and communicate with me. All you have to do is right click, paste, press enter, and your chart will be uploaded. Okay? And I will see it. Now, when I do see your homework, I'm going to give you some feedback. Your feedback is going to look like this. These are old people. Let's say you didn't do, something right. You're going to get like a face, or usually you'll get eyes underneath it. If I give you a thumbs down, it's because I've told you 2011 times and you still are not doing it. And I'm like, I need you to look at what I am telling you. If you have eyes on it, it just means I need you to take a look at this again. You will get feedback from me. If things are done correctly, you're going to get a heart or a thumbs up or a smiley face or a 100%. If you have submitted something and you don't get feedback from me, but you see me giving feedback to other people, charge it to my head and not my heart, just send me a message and say, Miss Sharman, I put my chart in there. Can you take a look at it, please, and give me some feedback? Thank you kindly. And I'll say, oh, mine, let me go to it. Or I may say, well, will you resubmit it if it's like lost in, in the sauce of things. Okay. So once again, you're going to have homework. I'm a stickler for homework. I am the most out of all of the educators that are like, where's your homework? Where's your homework? Where's your homework? Reason being, if you don't learn the basics, there's no way that you're going to be successful in intermediate and advanced. So I have to make sure that you understand what it is you're supposed to know. All right. So with that being said, let's go through what you will have. Now, when you come over here, and I'm going to put this link in the chat for you guys, and you guys are going to start coming over to the collective. Ready? So you guys just got another Discord link in in the Zoom link. I need you to click that link and I need you to say, I just paid, or I've paid, may I have access? I need to see your name in order to give you access. So again, I've paid, may I have access? And then once I see your name, I will give you access. So what is Pips and Profit? Pips and Profit is where our guests go. This is where I'm telling you to be careful. This person up here is white. They are not a member of the family. So if that person messages you, you need to know you are not talking to a trade master, okay? Pips and Profit is where our people go just to kind of honestly solidify and verify who we are as a community and what we do. Because there are a lot of people out there that scam and try to do a bait and switch, and they're not really teaching their people. They're not really helping their people to be profitable, and they're not a welcoming community. So this kind of gives strangers an idea of who we are. If you want to invite somebody to the family, there's an invite link that you can share with them. We're not a network marketing company, but we're also not saying people outside of us can't be a part of us. So if you've got people that you're like, this is a good place, by all means, invite them, share the link with them, let them come into the guest room. They won't have access to any of these things. They will only see tips and profit. And with that being said, please do not share any information outside of our group. No recordings, no charts, no resources. Please make sure that you are being honest, forthright, and have integrity within our community. The collective chat is where everybody talks. Everybody, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Everybody talks here, drops stuff, drops gems. And oh, by the way, when you start posting your profits, never post the why and the how, just post the profit. We're not giving anything away. If they want to be a part of us, they're welcome to, but they have to go through the same process everybody else. Collective announcements. Collective announcements are for everybody, hence collective. Like last night, we had game day, we had Q&A. Well, that was open to everybody. So it goes into the collective chat. All on the contrary, your class meetings are going to be here under Charmin's announcements because it's just for the basics or the fundamental group. Okay. So again, collective is for everybody. My classes are not, they are for basics classes only. And then you have the trade ideas that we share. Miss Asia is just phenomenal with her trade ideas. They're very easy to read. All we're doing, she's just telling you, wait for price to get into this zone. We know what to look for once it gets in that zone, and then we're going to sell. Or we're waiting for price to get down to this zone. Once it gets into the zone, we know what to look for, and then we're going to buy. That's as simple as it gets for her trade ideas. If you don't know what the schedule is, go look at the schedule. Again, please make sure that you are setting your alarms for classes for trading as well as training. We do not offer any type of residual income, but people that invite people that sign up, they do get a $99 referral from us, and you can do with it what you choose. You can either take that $99 or you can use it to open up a demo account where you can earn 12%. And we'll talk about that later on. There is a cryptos group that you are welcome to be a part of where they are buying and holding crypto. They've got a lot of great information going on over there. And your advanced educator is the person that pretty much runs that crypto group as well as the advanced course. Once again, homework chat is where you're going to drop your information to me. Announcements are where you're going to get the link for your classes. These are your how-tos. It's the same information that was over in newbies, but I know that some people come over a little later than others. I just transferred this information over. Again, your week 1, 2, 3, and 4 already have multiple videos up. I think week 2 has about 6 videos up. Week 3 has about 5 or 6. And week 4, I taught such a good class. I started eliminating. I recently taught a fibs class on the 28th. I was like, this is the only video you need. It is so on point. And then if you are going to use Hugo's way, if you're going to use pocket options for binary options, because we trade binary options, once you do your prop funding, we do ask that you use our affiliate link. It's just a way that you can give back. Now, take a breath. You won't see anything of Asia's until week 5, okay? So right before actually the end of rounding out week 4, we're gonna ask who's ready to move over. Like you saw this flyer here. I will put it in your homework chat, and I just simply ask, who's ready to move over. And if you are ready to move over, you're comfortable with the information, you just say, I'd like to move over. Who's moving to the next level? Are you moving to the next level? Please add me to intermediate. Please, blah, 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 blah. And, you decide when you're ready. If you need to repeat basics and not move on to intermediate, that's perfectly fine. We have people that do that. We don't want you to rush through this program. Even though it's designed for 12 weeks, if you need to take an extra whatever, by all means, please do that, because our goal is for you to learn. You won't have access to busies until week 5. They're all laid out the same way. They have their separate chat, their announcements for their links, and their resources. Okay. Let's get back to the PowerPoint, and then we're going to round out with questions and answers. Just once again, this is your layout and your pacing guide for your basics. I am your basics teacher. This is your intermediate teacher, Miss Asia D, who just started a YouTube channel. It's Asia D, the Prodigy, Prodigy Trading. Please follow her on YouTube. Also, please follow the Trade Masters on IG as well as YouTube. Like and subscribe. And then you have Busy, who is your advanced educator. Whew! That was a lot of information. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to just open up for Q&A.